and I can't turn back.
Right before he pulled the trigger and ended a life, he thought about the cocaine with the platinum and ice, and he felt strong standing along with his new brothers, cocked the gat to her head and pulled back the shirt cover. But what he saw made him start to cringe and stutter, cause he was staring into the eyes of his own mother. She looked back at him and cried cause he had forsaken her. She cried more painfully, and when they were raping her, his whole world stopped. He couldn't even contemplate. His corruption had successfully changed his fate, and he remembered how his mom used to come home late, working hard for nothing, cause now what was he worth? He turned away from the woman that had once given him birth, and crying out to the sky cause he was lonely and scared. But only the devil responded cause God wasn't there, and right then he knew what it was to be empty and cold. And so he jumped off the roof and died with no soul. They say death takes you to a better place, but I doubt it. After that they killed his mother and never spoke about it. And listen, cause the story that I'm telling is true, cause I was there with Billy Jacobs and I raped his mom too. And now the devil follows me everywhere that I go. In fact, I'm sure he's standing among one of you at my shows, in every street cipher listening to Little Thug's flow. He could be standing right next to you and you wouldn't know. The devil grows inside the hearts of the selfish and wicked. White, brown, yellow and black color is not restricted. You have a self-destructive destiny when you're inflicted, and you'll be one of God's children that fell from the top. There's no diversity because we're burning in the melting pot. So when the devil wants to dance with you, you better say never, because a dance with the devil might last you forever.
We ain't dancing with no devils over here. No devils. Only angels. And they better be not fallen angels. Because fuck those guys. If they are real, it feels like they're real. They've been taking over this shit. Mating with the... What was it in the book of Enoch? Mating with the... daughters of man. That's right. They took over that way. Dude, El Salvador is pure fucking fire on your soul, on your heart, and in your fucking brain cells. That's how I've been feeling in El Salvador. Just fucking like that. But even more so. Some things you cannot put into words. El Salvador might be one of those. Anyway, that song I was playing in the beginning, it's a powerful song. It says in the song, it's a true story. Yes, do I believe it? I don't believe any people in the music industry, now or in the past. So it probably wasn't a true story. But it's still a powerful song. But what he describes in the song, it's just another freaking Wednesday afternoon in the Zorro Ranch or in the Little James Island. And that got me thinking. I was in the X and I saw the tweets about this model Naomi Campbell. Like all of these bitches probably love him, at least in the comments. Couple of these bitches got their heart broken because Naomi Campbell, this celebrity, was pictured with Jeffrey Epstein with bunch of underage or very young model girls. He basically, with her private jet, brought these very young modeling girls to Jeffrey Epstein, and then the first comment was, oh my god, I cannot believe it's Naomi Campbell too. Dude, that's why I made the video yesterday. You have to start thinking for yourself. But guess what? A lot of these smooth brainers wearing these sunglasses right now, just looking at those girls over there, mouth breathing with the sunglasses, observe people who wear sunglasses. 90% of them breathe with their mouths. That means no oxygen is gonna go to the right place to activate the right brain cells. But anyway. Oh my god! I cannot believe my idol Naomi Campbell too! My world is crumbling. Good. It should be fucking burned to the ground. We should bring back public hangings, public executions. Bring back Dude, we should practice some of those most horrendous Chinese torture practices. A lot of these guys, let's be honest, a lot of people need to be done like that. Well, what? The funny thing about it is, now you can show to the smooth brainers. You can just go to the freaking Epstein files and be like, here's your idol doing some fucked up shit. Let's check out what Jay-Z does. Let's check out what this Hollywood celebrity does. Let's check out what this music industry fucking fool plant does. And I've been saying this for a long time, it's not hard to see. They make the most magnetic people, because some people have this weird magneticism that they can draw, they can resonate with a lot of smooth brainers basically. And sometimes they can even get the smart people, like Kendrick Lamar's and those kind of artists. But they never talk about any real truths. Some of them are kinda in the tippy toes, always. And then they wait 5 more years for another album to come. And then you just kinda little bit give a nice little... No, that's not a good analogy. Give a nice little hand job, but you end it before you can finish. That's what some of those people who kinda, those false heroes, those Tucker Carlsons, those type of people, Joe Rogans, the CIA military industrial complex assets that have the magnetism to grab the attention span of the normal folks, the average people. We call them the smooth brainers, the NPCs over here. And I think many of those people in the beginning, like they would just wanna make the world a better place. I wanna make the world a better place. How many fucking people you have heard say that, and then they completely go against it fucking 5 or 10 years later, sometimes even way earlier. That's the ultimate Zionist trick. I just wanna make the world a better place. Like now we see all of these in the Epstein files, we see all of these people who were all up with these organizations that are trying to help child abuse victims or trying to help to end the child sex trafficking. And then the fucking guy who runs that shit is on the Epstein list. That's exactly what our 2026 civilization is built upon. And now you can show to your well-educated, smooth brain friends who are completely get sucked into the system, into the matrix. They believe the studies. This is the scientific way. Guess how many those scientists were in the Epstein files? Guess who owned the peer review? It was Ghislaine Maxwell's father who got this big grandiose burial. He probably had one of those fucking cathedrals on his grave, like we saw in San Salvador, where freaking Benjamin Netanyahu and all of those guys were basically carrying his casket to the cathedral. But who killed him? It was those same fucking guys. This is the 3 Jedi mind tricks that everybody was falling for, myself included, for all of my dumb teenage and young adult years, when my brain was not myelinated yet. And then I did all the freaking wrong things, so it never could myelinate properly. I guess fucking what? We have done so much good with this experiment, to my brain, to my fucking being, to my heart, to my soul. The devils, we all are dancing with the devils sometimes, but let me tell you what, Tropics All Day Experiment has shown me, when you fully connected to the most powerful nature on this earth, tropical nature, the devils, they ain't coming too often to your fucking shoulder. I'ma tell you that much. They ain't coming that many times. When I was in Yucatan, they started to come. They started to creep up, fucking crawling from my back to my shoulders. Then we came to El Salvador, and guess fucking what? Angels, my fucking ancestors, whoever the fuck, they were slaying the fallen angels, the devils, out of my shoulders again. Because, I mean, how much are the people in the Amazon jungle, on the tribes in Papua New Guinean jungle, how much are they really gonna be fighting with the devils? Think about it, they haven't been MK Ultra'd 1 second of their life, and they have been fully, and I mean fully, connected to the most powerful nature on this earth. They live in a rainforest. They live naked on a rainforest. Think about how base those human beings are. 0 MK Ultra with full connection with Mother Earth. Think about how much they are dancing with the devils. Not much, I bet. Not much, I bet. But anyway, a lot of people have absolute freaking monsters on their back right now. Because a lot of people have gathered the worst karma of all times, basically. A lot of people, directly or indirectly, because of their ignorance. Because let me tell you, even when you are ignorant, you don't know the harm you are doing with your actions. The devils, they are gonna start creeping up on you. They are gonna start creeping up on your family, your bloodline. Because nature is gonna catch up. One of the best files in the Epstein files that got released was Epstein was talking with the Rothschild heir, and her girl was not very bright. They were talking about the scores, the school education scores of this Rothschild children, basically. And her mother was like, it's not looking very good. Like, the Rothschild genetics, they're going down fast as well. They ain't as bright as Nathan was a couple hundred years ago, when he pulled that trick in the Napoleon Wars that brought all this fucking wealth and power and control to the Rothschilds. But they have believing their own hype a little bit too much. That's always the danger with humanity. When you start to get power, you start to get success, those devils, they are gonna start creeping up. You're gonna start believing your own you started believing your own hype, and that, no, my shit cannot smell. My shit smells like flowers and honey. And guess what happens after that? It might not happen straight away. but it will happen because you are completely disconnected from nature. And if you believe in God or not, when you are connected to this thing, if you believe in God, this is the masterpiece of God's work. Like nature is the masterpiece of God's work. Like if God is real, He's showing fully that nature is the place to be. Like every human being just feels high on life when they see sunsets, sunrises, when they walk in beautiful forests, when they see beautiful mountains, when they gaze upon the oceans, when they go snorkel around in the coral reefs. Like every human knows nature is so magnificent, spectacular, beautiful. Every human being knows that, but about 95% have completely forgotten about it, because these people in the Epstein list have been very successful with their MK Ultra, their DARPA programs, their Rockefeller medicine, their Green Revolution. And guess what happened? A lot of people started to dance with the devils. A lot of families, a lot of bloodlines, they freaking having the dance of their lifetimes with devils. And that's the bottom line, because base science said so. Time to connect like your motherfucking life depended on it. Because many people with the devils fully fucking having intercourse with the devils. That's the only hope, man. That's the only fucking hope left. Subscribe. Best Science on YouTube. Especially if we're gonna get that Dr. Jack Kruse interview, that podcast. Then we'll really be cooking with gas with the science, because that's the most base science there is. Everything that man tells has turned out to be slam fucking dunk. That dude can read nature like no other human. Maybe the people in Amazon jungle or the tribes in Papua New Guinea, maybe they can do a little bit better, but they cannot explain that. They cannot explain that shit to the MK Ultra smooth-brained motherfuckers like myself and every single human you see on the beach right now. And it's even worse for the cities, in pretty much every city on this earth. Damn, there's a lot of fish jumping there right now. So that's where we are at today. That fire burning inside of me, that passion, it's fucking full on furnace right now. We are cooking with gasoline, boy. God damn, this feels good. If life feels fucking weird as fuck, like you are in the dark place, like you are fully dancing with the devils, basically having sex with them right now, this is the only fucking hope you got left. And the fucking closer you are with the devil, the more you need this thing. Way more. Fully naked. Just like the people in the jungle. Peace.